Hello, everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss research designs, which are of three kinds. These are quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods. We'll start with quantitative designs, and these focus on measuring and testing variables to understand relationships or outcomes. This approach aligns with the post positivist worldview, emphasizing that objective reality and empirical testing. Experimental designs are the gold standard in quantitative research because they test cause and effect relationships by manipulating one or more variables. For instance, you might test a new teaching method's impact on student performance by comparing it with a control group using traditional teaching methods. Quasi experimental designs lack random assignment, making them less rigorous, but still useful when randomization is not feasible, such as in real world settings. Single subject designs focus on the effect of an intervention on an individual or a small group over time. This design is common in psychology or special education, where the impact of a specific treatment is observed in detail. Non experimental designs involve observing and measuring variables without manipulation. This includes surveys, which are used to gather data from large populations, often via questionnaires, to understand trends, opinions, or behaviors. Causal comparative research. This compares groups to understand the impact of an already occurred variable, such as comparing students from different educational backgrounds. Correlational research. This identifies relationships between variables, like exploring the correlation between study habits and grades. Remember, correlation does not imply causation. In other words, correlation, which depicts relationship or some type of association between variables, is not the same as causation, which explicitly looks at cause and effect designs. Longitudinal designs involve collecting data from the same participants over time, and it is very useful for studying changes and developments, such as tracking academic progress over several years. Qualitative designs. These focus on exploring and understanding the complexities of human experiences. This approach aligns with the constructivist worldview, and it emphasizes subjective meanings and the context in which individuals live. Narrative research involves studying individuals' lives through their stories. Researchers collect and retell these stories to understand their experiences, such as veterans transitioning back to civilian life. Phenomenology seeks to understand the essence of a particular experience by exploring the lived experiences of individuals who have encountered it. For example, interviews with people who have experienced grief aim to uncover common themes in their experiences. Grounded theory involves generating a theory based on data collected from participants. Researchers analyze data from interviews or observations to develop a theory explaining a process or interaction, such as how people adapt to major life changes. Ethnography involves studying the shared patterns of behavior and culture within a specific group. Researchers immerse themselves in the group's environment, often for a long period of time, in order to understand their way of life. Case studies involve an in depth exploration of a specific case within its real life context, such as an individual, organization, or event. Detailed information is gathered using various methods like interviews and observations. Finally, we have mixed methods designs, which combine elements of both qualitative and quantitative research to provide a more comprehensive understanding. This approach is associated with the pragmatic worldview, where the focus is on practical outcomes. In a convergent design, researchers collect both qualitative and quantitative data simultaneously and then merge the datasets to analyze how they align or differ. The explanatory sequential design starts with the quantitative data collection and analysis, followed by qualitative data to explain the final results. The exploratory sequential design begins with qualitative data collection to explore a phenomena, followed by quantitative research to measure it across a larger population. And lastly, complex mixed methods designs involve embedding one or more core designs within a broader framework. For example, an experiment could be followed by qualitative interviews to explain unexpected results.